Let's talk about masking. Quite often there are situations where you want to make an adjustment to a specific area of the image or a specific object only. And this is where the masks come in handy. All the adjustment layers come with a mask by default. Okay, so by default the mask is pure white, and if you want to paint out some of the areas, you can do that with the brush tool by painting directly on your image with a black brush. Okay, and the areas where you paint will not be affected by this adjustment. Okay, so it's very easy, and it gives you a direct approach, a direct artistic approach where you can use your hand to manually paint wherever you want this effect to be visible or not. So you can either use the brush tool with all the different brushes, or you can also use the gradient tool if you don't want to paint in the area, but you just want to roughly define it. You can also use the gradient. It's very easy to do. You can also use linear gradient, reflected gradient, or the radial gradient. For example, something like this usually works fine. You can reverse the colors as well, so make this part darker and make this part brighter. Very quick to do. Okay, same for the linear gradient. Very easy to make this adjustment. And it gives you a very quick way to affect only a part of the image. Okay, so another thing you might want to do is use an adjustment on a specific object only. And this is where the material ID pass comes in handy. And this is a great way to quickly select an object for adjusting. So let's say I want to adjust only this area right here with the water. So I move to my material ID layer. I use color range select tool, and with fuzziness set at something like 32 or maybe 40 at most. I think it usually works best. We're just sitting like this. You can quickly make a selection. And now let's say we want to brighten this water area. We can just create a layer, and it automatically uses the selection as the mask. And as you can see, it only affects the water. Very quick to do and very easy. So sometimes you might want to use this method combined with a different masking method. For example, you want to brighten this top part of the image, but you don't want to brighten the trees. So the first thing you do, you create adjustment for this whole top part with the gradient. Then you go to your material ID pass and you select the colors for the trees. You can use the shift button to select multiple colors like this. Okay, press OK, hide the layer, move to this mask right here, and just paint in with a black color all over this image like this. So now this adjustment affects only the sky and the buildings, but without the trees. Okay, as you can see, very easy to do. And the resulting mask looks something like this. And this way you can combine multiple methods. You can also go in and paint in something manually. For example, you want to paint something black over here. You can just make sure you're selecting the mask, and I don't know, just paint in whatever you need to paint in. So this way you can create a combined mask of gradient, a material ID, and manual painting. So this gives you a lot of flexibility, and you can basically mask out anything you want and get right in there and adjust only that element.